Luna.
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see us live and in person. Come join the fun. Check out all the stars and be part of Live with Kelly and Mark's studio audience. Visit our website and get your tickets now.
Television audiences loved her in Be Positive and Welcome to Chippendales, and now Broadway audiences are loving her in the hit revival of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Please welcome Annalee Ashford. Nice to meet you.
So good to meet
Yeah.
you. Hi.
Love this dress.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It's spring.
It is, yes, it has sprung for sure. So you're a New Yorker, but sometimes you live in a
Yeah. My dick has sprung. I had to say that one. Mark's like, see.
dress.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It's spring.
It is, yes, it has sprung for sure. So
It
you're a
sprung
New
in me
Yorker,
this
but
morning.
Sometimes you live in LA.
Sometimes.
Do you enjoy being back in New York?
Hey, it's nice to have a season.
Yeah,
You know?
well,
Yeah.
I mean, although this season is more like, I would call it allergy season.
You know, there's this great commercial for like some allergy medication. It's like, it's a most wonderful time. And people are sneezing. And it sort of feels like the other day I walked outside and there was blossoms and the trees were beautiful and flowers and I put on my mask.
Yeah, because you don't get to sing, and how does that affect all the singers in
Well,
your play?
you know, it's like a constant chemistry project of like mucus and saliva. And every day we walk in and go, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
How are you doing
Yes,
today?
exactly.
The sun is shining. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm surprised that you're actually doing a talk show because I would think like that would be
But
also
I'm phonating. It's a win.
Yeah, okay. Good. That's very good. Very, very good. So you guys, you and your husband just celebrated a big anniversary, right?
Yeah, we're coming up on 10
Oh,
years.
wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Okay. So what do you have planned for the 10-year anniversary besides performing 8 shows a week?
You know, I feel like this one will be, you know, a little subdued, a little quiet probably, but we'll probably, I think the best way to celebrate like birthdays, anniversaries is like just doing kind of the daily thing because it reminds you that you love your person and you like to do the daily thing.
Yeah.
You know, we also, do you guys work out together?
We have worked out
Yes,
together.
I mean, we usually like to do yoga together. We recently learned yoga moves, and we regularly have sex. But besides that, no, we don't really work out. We've recently learned yoga, and we do
it's
sex.
so different that
You know, I mean, lifting up his dick is like doing, lifting up a 5-pound dumbbells for me. So, you ever seen my arms? I mean, his dick is bigger than my arms, Anna.
we're not very workout
We
compatible.
do different things, but you guys work out together?
We do. And that's how I know that I really love my husband. He doesn't smell that bad to me,
Oh, yeah.
which I think is a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Right?
She doesn't think I smell.
Right?
No, I love he doesn't have any body odor.
I know.
Pheromones.
Yes.
Pheromones compatibility.
Yes, I think it's like a real
No,
thing.
we smell. It's just you guys are nose blind to us.
No,
Yes.
you don't smell.
No,
I'm telling you, I'm
I
very
smell.
sensitive.
Just to you, I don't smell.
You do not smell. He doesn't even have morning breath,
Really?
which is irritating to me.
That is, I have major morning breath. I've been doing that thing where you tape your mouth. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a
Libby
thing.
just told me that I should tape his mouth shut to stop snoring.
Yes, try it. It's a thing. But my little boy comes and says good morning to me before he goes to school because I'm working nights, I'm working the late shift, doing a Broadway show. And he takes the tape off my mouth and he goes, oh, Mom, your breath. And Joe's like, I don't really think it smells. I think it's just like a production that he's doing. So I don't know. Tell me what you think.
All right.
When you
Of
tape
your
mouth.
breath? You want us to come over and take off the tape tomorrow?
Wouldn't that be a
That
surprise?
would be an amazing tape piece for us. We will do it. if we show up to remove the tape. Just let your husband know that we're dropping by. I don't want to freak him out.
All right, you're in the revival of Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
So excited. Our son,
So you know that.
our son is a drama student at Michigan. Can't wait to come see this play.
So
This
he
musical.
made us wait until he comes home from school to
Yeah.
take him for his
So we're gonna come.
birthday present
Aw.
to see the musical because his birthday was in February. So he's like, promise me you won't go until because he's been wanting to see this for so long.
Well, I can't wait to come and hug him afterwards. You know, it's one of those like classic musical theater pieces that I think is one of the tops of the canon.
Does she just celebrate? She just went like, yes.
Like, promise me you won't go until because he's been wanting to see this for so long.
Well, I can't wait to come and hug him afterwards. You know, it's one of those like classic musical theater pieces that I think is one of the tops of the canon of, you know, of all time. And something that's kind of special about this production is that we have the full orchestra as it was intended to be. So 26 pieces. That's sort of like overwhelming. And then, you know, it's a gift getting to watch kids enjoy the show and people who've seen it 17 times enjoy the show all at the same time. You know, it's like, you know.
And you're working with Josh Groban.
I know.
Josh Groban, who we famously almost killed once on the show doing a science experiment.
That's true.
It's really true. And so we have a special love for him because he's so brave and he's never sued us. And
He's so beautiful in this show. He's so scary and terrifying, and he sounds, of course, like a dream. But then also, he's the nicest man in show business. So there's a vulnerability about the piece.
And
You
who
know,
do you play in the play?
I play Mrs. Lovett,
Okay.
and I make meat pies. And if you don't know the show, there's a special kind of meat that goes with the pie.
very, very special. Have you worked together before?
No, this is our first time, but
my
I
gosh.
feel like, you know, now we've known each other for years.
Yeah, exactly.
When you do theater together, it's like a month is like 10 years together.
I know the premise of the show, but you make it sound really funny. Do you find it humorous?
You know,
Yeah.
Stephen Sondheim always said that it was a comedy. So I like to run with that. But also, it's like Shakespeare. When you go see Hamlet, you should laugh. If it's done right, you should laugh a
All
little
right.
bit. you know.
Dark humor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm in.
exactly.
Love it.
We can't wait to see it. We're so excited.
Thank
for
you.
Yeah. Get your rest. Get you.
Is it duct tape you use or just regular tape?
You just use a little
Duct
regular
tape.
Duct tape would be a little
Aggressive?
a different thing, but a little more uncomfortable. That'd be a good wax.
Wait, what do you
Okay,
use?
you use the duct tape for oral sex.
I'm going to throw to this plug, but I want you to tell me the correct pronunciation of the theater
Oh,
because we've
yes.
had so many debates over the years. Okay, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, is at the Luntfontein Theater.
Yeah, Luntfontein. What is it? Luntfontane? Luntfontane? Is that what Mark's trying to say? Luntfontein. Put in the comment section. What do you think it is?
Years, okay? Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, is at the Luntfontein Theater, or is it the Luntfontein Theater?
You know, it's a little bit like I said potato, you said potato. I have been saying fontaine because some people say it like that, but everybody says fontaine. So I think let's go with fontaine.
Make sure you pick up your tickets. It's on Broadway now in New York City. Emily Ashford, everybody.
It's time for couples therapy.
If you'd like tickets to be in our studio audience, just visit our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
I am a great,
Don't like the cold.
but I'm a great
You
hiker.
are.
Monday, Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
I am a great hiker,
But you don't like the cold.
but I'm a great
You
hiker.
are.
Monday, Nikolai Coster-Waldau and Otto Asando.
And the first 15 yards of the hike.
The magic never leaves you when you
We conclude it takes 2 weeks. We conclude it takes 2 weeks. with someone very important to us, our marriage counselor from NYU School of Medicine. Please welcome Dr. Linda Carter.
We're so excited to have you here. You're really somebody that we didn't even know we needed in our lives, but we're so grateful that you came to us when you did.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's get right to it because a lot of people, we were just talking to Cheryl Lee Ralph about this. A lot of people's relationship sort of broke down during the pandemic, right? So when you have couples that come in to see you in person, what's the first thing you notice about them? What is like a red flag?
Not necessarily a red flag, but body language, how they connect with each other, how they relate to each other. And you can really see if there's a kind of chemistry there, which is obvious.
I noticed you when we first sat in your office. You were looking at us a lot. You were checking. You were like tracking us a little bit. That's what she was doing.
Really?
Yeah, she was clocking it.
How do we
Yeah.
have normal body language?
Better
Better.
than normal.
So what if somebody came into the office and they're like this? Is that good?
I'd say that they're closing themselves off
Okay,
a
how
little
about
bit.
this?
Yeah.
Open is better.
How about this?
No.
That'd be bad, right?
That would be bad.
You know what I find interesting is that Mark has never fallen asleep while we've been in session together, which is a really the highest compliment I can possibly think because he tends to fall asleep a lot.
Fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You know what? Someone told me that it's because I have a very clean conscience.
No guilt.
No guilt. No guilt. No stress. No regrets.
No regrets.
let's get to what we're doing
Yeah.
here. Let's say a couple has an argument at home, and then let's say, for the sake of argument, that they have to go to work together. What's the best way to deal with that?
I think that it's really important to have a ritual for knowing that things are fine, the argument is over, holding hands, with some
A
like
signal.
a signal.
Yeah.
Squeezing their partner's hand.
What if the argument isn't over, Dr.
Well, it's a signal that we'll get back to this later, but for now we're putting it on hold.
Because we've had a disagreement and we've had to go not here, but had to go to a public setting, a party or a dinner party, and I'll go in to signal Dr. Carter that I'm done with the argument and I want to just by a holding of the hand. I want to hold the hand, and what I feel on the other side of this warmth, what I feel on the other side of this warmth is the coldest, deadest hands. Because when she's happy with me, she gives me a squeeze, a little touch. But what she's signaling, it's like a corpse. I'm holding a corpse. And you do it on purpose. And then what happens after that is I hold the hand, it's dead, and I'll look to her like this, and she sees me out of the corner of her eye, and she just goes, like, buddy, this ain't over yet.
Right.
Is that okay?
No, squeeze his hand.
Squeeze his hand.
Yeah.
I should reanimate the hand.
Animate the hand, and which lets him know it's over for now. We will get back to this later. Don't worry.
Since the pandemic, a lot of couples have been, they find themselves in a position where they are living together and working from home. So how do people navigate that shared space successfully?
By talking about it openly, like, this is too close. I need a little space. I'm going to go into the other room and then come back when it's time to resume.
We do that pretty well, I think.
Sometimes. We've talked about this. I'm not going to bring in all of our couples therapy.
No.
That's the pay-per-view special.
Yes.
But sometimes, like if I walk into another room for space, somebody walks in right behind me.
Yeah, I do that.
Sometimes.
All right.
Because it's anxiety provoking, that separation, that
Right.
moving
Yeah.
away.
So I have to give him the warm hand
Warm
and then
hand.
walk
I
away.
say I need a minute, and then I'm gonna go.
Okay, we have to take a commercial break, but here's the good news. When we come back, we're going to find out how Mark can live 5 years longer. Just Mark? Just you?
Monday on Live from the new series The Diplomat, Otto Stay on live from the new series The Diplomat, Otto Esando.
Made noodles.
That's because our expert.
With a second pick for just $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're back with Dr. Linda Carter, our marriage counselor.
So what do you talk to couples like us who are empty nesters? What's the best piece of advice you could give for people like us?
Two new things together. Bring fun, adventure, new activities. Dance lessons, for example.
That was so fun.
We did that
Yeah.
this week.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, just new creative activities that bring a sense of adventure, even a sense of risk into your relationship.
We did that
That
last
was-
year. We rock climbed.
Yeah, we rock.
Oh,
It
perfect.
brings you together.
It does.
And what happens to a couple when, say, one person is retiring and the other person decides to stay in the workforce? How does that go?
I think it's so important to verbalize and talk about your expectations. So say Mark is retiring and
Thank
Why
you.
is Mark retiring? Why does Mark always get to
I just
retire?
started.
we're talking down the road.
Down the road, yes.
And wants to have lunch with you every day. This is the complaint I hear from wives who have husbands retiring. I didn't marry you for lunch.
Now, the biggest takeaway of this segment, what can we do that's going to make me live, 5 years longer?
Well, there was a German study. This was so surprising and fascinating that showed that husbands that kissed their wives goodbye in the morning lived 5 years longer. Not only that, they made more money.
Oh.
And their health was better.
I do
That's
that.
incredible. Yeah, you do
do
that. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm in.
You're in. You're in it forever. Dr. Carter, thank you. These are
Yes,
such
thank
practical
you.
tips, very easy to follow, and we really appreciate working with you and you being here for us.
We'll be right back.
If you would like to know more about anything you see on live, just log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
I'd like to speak to customers.
Press 1 to speak to.
Wait for your money back. Up at 2 a.m. again.
I love what you've done.
Thanks.
Look, I finally.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by I Do. Cats want take. Healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Pick up Blue Tastefuls today.
Hey,
We survived that.
your first week is in the books.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was fun. It was really fun.
I'm going to make you live longer.
Yes.
I'm making you live longer. Hey, by the way, you only have 700, 800, 900 more weeks to go.
Okay. One day at a time.
On Monday's show, Nikolai Coster-Waldau will join us.
Also,
Everything you lived on. Hey, by the way, you only have like what 700, 800, 900 more weeks to go.
Okay. One day at a time.
On Monday's show, Nikolai Coster-Waldau will join us.
Also, Otto Osondo.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, one last postcard.
Investigative reporters Chuck Gowdy, Jason Knowles, and Samantha Chapman. The ABC7I team with the
All right, that's enough. All right, part 2, part 1, find it. I missed the whole monologue, so at least you get something. I personally gave this whole episode a thumbs down. I watched it one time and I didn't like it, so I erased it all. Then I drank, and then I decided to change my mind. Open your mind to all the possibilities that are within your soul. Because 5 days a week, you do nothing but rot. 2 days a week, you shine. And I'm going to take your shining days and make you live 100% of your role on this earth into the dark oblivion that you despise and you desperately try to avoid. Let me tell you this, Rock. When you come to me, you're going to come one way, and that is forever fearful. Because when it comes to wrestling, I am the top, and you will forever be the bottom. And everything that is created in it, everything that stores in it, and everything that secretes from it, your bottom contains your soul, and your soul is dark matter. Your soul is shit. You are dark matter because you don't